Happy Mindset Monday! Alright, guys, so I am here this morning. It is dark, even at 6:15, 6:30, it's still dark, and I need to get my movement in, so I think my new game plan will be to do my first walk indoors on the treadmill, and then I can do my second walk at my break mid-morning when it gets lighter outside, but not so warm. How about that? So we are here to get our mile in with you on this fabulous Mindset Monday. I hope that you guys had a wonderful weekend. I had a productive weekend. I was able to visit with some family. A cousin that is in his 80s, he and his wife and son, so I was able to do that and visit with a friend also this weekend. So, and then get some things I needed to get done, like cleaning out the refrigerator and, reorganizing my closet. So I was able to do those things, catching up with siblings. So I enjoyed my weekend, and I hope you did the same. So here we are, walking on this morning. Had to get the trash out, so I was a little late starting the live because I didn't do it last night. I was working in my closet last night and getting rid of some stuff, so I wanted to make sure I could throw everything away and get it into the trash this morning. So I did that, checked the box, proud of myself for getting that done, and periodically purging my closet. Sometimes you hold on to clothes that, you can't fit anymore. They're too big, but they're your what ifs. I got rid of a lot of those type of things, but, still going through and getting rid of things like that. But we are here getting this movement in on this morning, on this fabulous, like I said, Mindset Monday. But I did have a productive weekend, and so for that, I pat myself on the back. So, good morning. Welcome to the live. You have an interesting screen name. Good morning, welcome to the live. So we're here. I come on when I walk indoors and go live on my channel to get my mile in. And I was saying earlier that my new strategy will be, since it's so dark outside at this time in the morning, to get my walk in the morning on the treadmill, and then get my midday walk in. So hopefully I can go outside. I really like going outside to get my movement in. So today is Mindset Monday, and what I want to share with you on today is that it's okay to pivot, because sometimes things need to change, right? So when we need to change, we just need to do it. Change is hard though, right? We don't always want to do that, but when our path curves, we need to just curve with it. So even when it changes, doesn't mean that you fail. It means you're flexible. Have you ever thought about that? You don't quite meet the goal, but you keep going and you figure out how to work things in. That's flexibility, and that's something you should applaud in yourself if you have it, okay? And if you don't, try to develop it. Don't be so rigid that everything has to be a certain way or you can't do it. You know, a lot of times we're going to start next week because I don't have all the things together. Just start where you are, you know, and make changes as you go along. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't seek perfection. Seek progress. And that makes a difference when we do that. So, in my walk on today, I'm reminding myself that I can start over. I can choose to shift when I need to. And I can choose to do things differently. But my journey is my journey. Your journey is your journey. But make sure that you give yourself grace in the rerouting process along the way. Because it's okay. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And that is okay. So don't measure yourself by others. It's your journey. It's my journey. I don't care what other people are doing. I do what works for me. And when I look back, you know how you get those Facebook memories or, you know, your phone shows you a picture from, 5, 10 years ago. I am not that person that I was 5 or 10 years ago. I'm a better version. And for that, I'm thankful. So sometimes you got to look back to see where you're going. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. But sometimes you have to look back to see where you're going. And it's okay to look back, to remind yourself you're not there anymore. And so you own your past, but you keep it moving forward. And that's my suggestion to you, because that's something that I tell myself all the time. Sheila, hi, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Mindset Monday. All right. And so this is something I do every day. I get my walk in every day. Yes, good exercise. I'm getting older and I want to be able to move. I tell people all the time, I want to be able to get up off the floor without the use of my hands. And I have gotten there. Doesn't look pretty, but I can do it. And the more I do it, the better I'm going to get. So I make sure I get in my walk on a daily basis, and I strength training 3 days a week. I used to do all kinds of stuff, breaking down my body. Ain't nobody got time for that no more. So 3 days of strength training. I do progressive overloads. I ain't trying to do all these fancy different exercises. I am very basic, but very basic is giving me results. And not just the movement, I make sure in the kitchen that I am eating smart. I have protein, carb, and fat balance, making sure that my fiber, I'm meeting my fiber goals daily. So those are the things. To me, this right here is easy. That nutrition, now that's work right there. And when we can be consistent, don't have to be perfect, because I think last night when I ate my food, but then my husband brought in those Belvita breakfast crackers or something like that. And I try not to eat a lot of processed food, but I have a sweet tooth. And so I didn't get to the fruit fast enough, because normally when I see something like that, I'll just, take a banana, maybe some PB Fit, pour it over there, put some peanuts, crushed peanuts on it, and have at it, and it'll kill that sweet craving. But last night I gave in, and I had that Belvita. It was a blueberry one. I ate it, and I was like, after I finished, I was like, girl, but I'm not one of those people. I don't beat myself up over that. I'm like, it's okay. We will correct, auto-correct on today. So, I don't, 80% of the time I'm doing what I'm supposed to do on the nutrition front, and that's good. So I keep it moving because I look back over my journey and I see I'm in a better state today than I was with all of my mishaps, all of my mistakes. I am still doing good. And so you need to look at the total picture and not just the one thing, because sometimes we uh, don't make the best choice and then we stay on that road and just keep making bad choices, and that does not get us anywhere. So I'm at a half a mile. Yay me. So I have a half a mile to go with you guys, but we're getting this movement in on today. Good morning, Bridget. And I don't know what your comment means. You can elaborate and maybe I can help and answer whatever that was. But I am trying to get my mile in this morning, get my mile done, and then get on with my day. I meal prepped some breakfast. I did like 4 liquid egg whites, 1 whole egg, a half a cup of shredded zucchini, a half a cup of red bell pepper, a 4th cup of mushrooms, and a 4th cup of onions. And I sauteed those together, seasoned them up with that umami seasoning from Trader Joe's, a little garlic and pepper. And then once that was all sauteed together and I, reduced down the water out of there, I put it in my dish and seasoned it some more, put my eggs mixture in there and baked it. So good. And with a side of a half a cup of strawberries and a 4th cup of blueberries. Good eating. Oh, and 2 ounces of avocado and some sriracha on top. Man, so good. So good. So that will be my breakfast today. And I think I'll meal prep 3 more. So I have some for the next 3 days. And keep it moving. Good morning, Shirley! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, it was good though, Shirley. It was delicious. And so I have 1 left for today. So I have to, and I did shred some zucchini. So I just got to mix it all again today. Make me 3 more. Make 3 at a time. And they rewarm well in the oven or in the air fryer. And just like as if I made it that same day. And I'm like, woohoo, yay me. So I'm trying to pull back on the dairy because dairy does not like me. So I don't miss, having cheese in it at all. So I found something that works and I'm gonna work it. So I switch in between that and put the fruit with it, or I'll just make the eggs with a little spinach, scramble them up, and I'll have oatmeal with some blueberries on top. And that works for me as well. So how have you been, Shirley? I know I haven't been live. I did go live on Sunday morning because I got up early to walk. And with it getting, it's still dark outside, and I would normally have finished my walk by now. So I'm gonna pivot, because that's what we're doing today on this Mindset Monday. I'm gonna pivot and make sure I get my walk in indoors, my first walk indoors, and then I can do a midday walk, mid-morning walk, once it gets lighter outside. So that is my pivot for the season changing, because my husband doesn't want me out there in the dark, and with everything going on, I want to be able to see what's going on around me. So, I like to be outdoors in nature. My favorite place to be, but it's okay. Again, a pivot doesn't mean failure. It just means you have flexibility. And we are being flexible with our life and how things are going. Being rigid causes extra stress, and our cortisol levels raise, and then belly fat, and then it just keeps going from there, right? So nobody ain't got time for that. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. Welcome to the live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Mindset Monday. Yeah, so I'm almost at that mile, my 47 on today. But yeah, we're getting it in. We're getting it in. My second bottle of water. Trying to rehydrate. I have been traveling. I went to Plains, Georgia. The Postal Service had released former President Carter's stamp. That's going to be released officially October 1, but they did a private release for his family, and my husband works for the Postal Service, so I went with them, and we went to Plains, Georgia, so I got to meet his President Carter's son, and I think it was a niece. Yeah, so anyway, got to meet them, and just go in Plains. It's a beautiful, quaint little town, and I mean little. Little town, and we released some butterflies for Rosalind Carter's birthday because it was like the day after we were there, but they did it after the ceremony. So it was a really nice ceremony. Really nice to get away and everything, and kind of see where he grew up, and I guess the school that he and Rosalind went to, they turned it into a museum, and that's where they had the event. So that was nice to do. And then I came home for a couple days, and then I went to Memphis, and we had a family reunion for my husband's family. Came back, and then, just been going. So I'm just trying to get back on track. Like, our water consumption fell off, and I feel it. So I'm really trying to make sure I'm conscious and aware of my water. Before it was like a clockwork, but when you don't do something consistently, you do lose it, and it doesn't take long for it to happen. So yeah, it was really nice, Shirley. It was really nice. Yeah, so I don't go to all of his events, but that one I wanted to attend. I liked him. So that's my second bottle of water down. My husband mistakenly bought us these little baby bottles of water. So I'm like, then it feels like I'm drinking more than I actually am drinking. So I'll be glad when I'm done with these little itty bitty bottles. Back to my regular size bottles of water. But yeah. So we're almost there at I'm out. Miss Shirley, you going to the gym today, or you get your walk in on today yet? Or is that your plan to do on today? Yeah, I twisted up my hair. I did it on Facebook. So I got like a bun in the back because I had individual twists back there, but I put 3 flat strand twists over here. There's like 2 down here, and then some flat twists going in this direction. So I will untwist it probably Friday, wear it out, and then redo my hair. You just got it in? Is that what you're saying? This is just goatee. So I'm assuming you just got back from vacation last night. Oh, so you're in that boat like I am, right? I hear you. Just like getting back into your routine from vacation is interesting, I'll say. Um, and it's something to do. But we do it. We get back there. That's why I say the pivot. It's okay. It's not failure. It's flexibility. So I may do things a little differently, but it's okay. It's your journey. And you know what you need to do on your road. I know what I need to do on my road. And we'll get there. But just stay positive along the way and know that at any point you can refocus, reset, realign, do whatever you need to do to get back to the place where you need to be. And give yourself grace while you're doing it. You said you'll walk this morning once it gets light out. Yeah, see? So I'll do my second walk once it gets light out. But knowing I don't have a lot of time, feel like once my day gets going for work, I gotta get it in early. So if I get in a portion of it now, then later I can do like maybe 15 minutes out and get back in, and it'll be good. So are you on the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time? Because yeah, it's dark still for us. I'm looking out there. The sun might be trying to peek up, but when I took the trash out, it was dark. Yeah, you're on the East Coast time. Okay. Yeah, so it's dark. And I just like to get it done early. The later my first walk is, it just seems like everything just drags the rest of the day. But the earlier I get it in, and then I can have that second walk, everything is like, woo-hoo, keep moving. So, all right, well, I have hit my mile. Yeah, right? So, but I think you said you're retired, right? So, I think if I was retired, I probably could afford to wait to get my walk in. But yes, so I can afford to get my walk in later, but because I am normally getting to work around 7:30, I try to get my walk in early, do all the things that I need to do first thing, and then in the middle of the morning I can take a break and get a 15-minute walk in, and then in the end of the evening, like once I get off, I can get another 15-minute walk in, and I'm like, goals. I am good. And if I get up early enough, I can probably knock it all out early first thing, and then don't feel so stressed about the other walks. I just get them in when I can. I have a standing desk, so I try to stand for part of my work day, and kind of walk in place while I am at my desk. I used to have the pad up there, but it was just too much in the way, so I was like, no, I'll just stand and walk in place. That'll work, and it does. So, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day on today, and that you do whatever you have to do to stay healthy, happy, and whole. Whatever that means to you. This is Mindset Monday. So remember, today it's okay to pivot, because plans change and sometimes paths curves, but you just need to learn how to be able to go with it and be flexible with whatever comes your way. And just know that you don't need to be perfect. You just need patience and progress. All right? Those two things go hand in hand, and you will get to where you want to be. But it's not a destination. Remember, this is a journey that we're on. So I want you to have a wonderful day. I'm going to get off of the side here and hit pause so I can end the live. But have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.